It was a
Or
easy
ESPN
event.
2. Yeah, I think so. And it was 10 rounds.
That was the best.
Women's fight. I think they're like bantamweights or junior bantamweights. Man, they got down for 10 rounds.
That was pretty bloody, if I remember, right? It wasn't the...
You know what? Riley was a blood and guts fighter. Riley trained with all the dudes. She trained with all the matter of fact, her trainer was the infamous what's his name? No hand wraps.
Capetillo.
Javier Capetillo, I think, trained a bunch of hardcore cats from this even before Margarito was part of.
Y'all know this is live.
Doug has to go, and I got 10% battery.
Oh, okay. So I gotta stop
So
rambling.
we need to get to it.
That's all right.
Coach Dave is here. You got the Triple
Coach
G,
Dave
Jordan.
is so happy. JP
What's going on?
is here today.
JP is making a rare appearance. JP had a good day yesterday on the
Great day
on the
Polish
Polish
boxing.
scene.
I want to say I'm representing for Steve Kim and Mario Lopez, 3 knockdown rule. Thank you, K9
I've been on
Kim.
that show a few times.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's a great show. Mario and Steve know their boxing.
Fantastic.
Mario Lopez
I
came.
think they're the best interviewers in boxing.
They both
Getting
came
better and
to
better.
the last Hollywood Fight
They
Night.
did.
Right?
They did.
Where Doug Fisher was commentating.
So
Next one is May 19th.
If you guys
Day
didn't
before my
see it,
birthday.
before the camera rolled, if you guys didn't see it, there was a 10 knockdown, 5-round fight last night in Poland. Track it down. Talarek versus Semensky. Incredible fight of the year so far. It's
I'm gonna
on
track it
YouTube
down.
To this morning.
How many
MB
rounds did that go
Promotions.
with 10 knockdowns?
What's that?
Did that go the distance?
5 rounds.
Go in 5 rounds.
10 knockdowns in 5 rounds.
Talarek versus Semensky. MB Promotions doing a fantastic job in Poland. Track that down, guys, if you haven't seen that fight yet. MB. Yeah.
10 knockdowns. That we had for Kevin Kelly and Prince Nassim. We had 6 knockdowns
That's right.
in 4 rounds.
Yeah.
But that sounds like it beat
Yeah.
Kelly.
Kelly and Nassim better fighters.
People are still talking about Hamed versus Kelly.
That was a great fight.
Still,
That
and-
was Madison Square Garden.
And there's so
Man,
many
that-
fighters that said they were inspired to become boxers because they saw that fight. Like folks from the New Year. I think Paulie Malignaggi is one of them.
Yeah, Paulie was.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. He was there, and I heard that story. Yeah.
Did they
Yeah.
have a big crowd for that fight?
It was sold out. Madison Square Garden was sold out.
So, Coach, this is the big fight week. What is your pick? Hammer and Shields. I'll tell you the odds. Clarissa's about a 3.5 to 1 favorite.
Tough fight. It's a close fight. I'm picking Hammer.
Hammer's the jump rope champion here on the track, right?
Hammer's the greatest, and Hammer's tough.
My pick is Christina by decision. I could see Clarissa by decision as well. I'm really rooting for Christina. I think she can do it behind the jab, but I can't wait to see this fight. I actually think the odds should be a little closer.
I can tell you the judges on the fight. if
I'd
that
like to know
helps
the
your
judges. I think
decision.
definitely a distance fight. Who's the judges?
So the referee is Sparkle Lee.
Oh, good. Okay.
Does a very good job.
Yes. Yes.
Out of New York. Doug's taking care of
Thanks, Doug.
Leo.
And we're doing 2-minute 10 rounds. 2-minute rounds, 10 rounds.
Lynn Carter is one of the judges.
Okay.
She's local there. I think she's from Philadelphia.
Okay.
Guido Cavallari from Italy
Yep.
for the European side, and actually now, and then another female judge, local. I think Robin.
No Adelaide. That's good.
Oh, you can't talk through that.
No Adelaide.
JP, did I hear you say that Clarissa Shields is a 3.5 to 1 favorite?
Dougie, too wide those odds, right?
I think it's too high.
bet's on
I
Hammer.
see it as a pick 'em fight.
I agree with you.
But if I was a bettor, if I was a gambling man, and I'm not, I would put some money on Christina Hammer because I like that value.
There's value in that.
I think it's a
Yes.
50-50 fight.
I think that
matched very,
Clarissa
very
should
evenly.
be slightly favored, very slightly,
Yeah.
as the undefeated Olympian. But I see a distance fight, and I like you. I think the value is with Christina because I thought this would be maybe Clarissa 1.5 favorite.
Yeah.
3.5.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's
listen,
wide.
listen. I think we're going to see the best version of Christina Hammer that Americans have seen because listen.
I've seen some of her social media posts, and
She's going to train
she's
like
been
never
training very
before. And
hard.
here's the thing, like Clarissa Shields, she's young, she's hungry, she's training her butt off for every fight. She's going to fight her butt off, and she's only got 8 pro
She's a
fights.
two division world champion already.
She's done a lot in just 8 fights. I have the utmost respect for Clarissa Shields' amateur and professional resume, but Christina Hammer has been a champion almost 10 years. So, at some point, longtime champions, after a while, they don't get up for just to fight anybody. You know what I'm saying? And you may not see them at 100% until they step into the ring with a fellow champion.
The great thing
with
about
somebody
this-
who they really respect. And I know
Yep.
that Hammer really respects Shields, her prowess as a fighter.
Yeah.
You know?
I think the great thing about this matchup, Doug, is this is definitely the hardest fight for both of them.
Yeah.
Hammer is the toughest fight that Shields has, and Shields, you can argue with her American style and actually her amateur pedigree, what she's done in the pro
and
so far.
youth,
is the
physical
toughest
strength.
fight. Yeah,
Shields
absolutely.
is big and strong.
Yep.
She's
coming down from 168 to
exactly
160 pounds.
And I think Hammer's going to be physically at her strongest, because I think she's trained for this fight like no other fight.
I went.
It's such a big
I
deal.
saw her one day up in the Austrian training camp up in the Austrian Alps, close by to where the Klitschko camp was. The Vladimir Klitschko was at the German Boxing Federation. They had their anniversary, I think 50-year anniversary yesterday. So Vladimir was out there.
Vladimir has the most beautiful training camp facilities I've ever seen in my life.
That's where Hammer was training like an hour away from there in the
Yeah.
Austrian Alps, and it was
beautiful.
When's he announcing?
She was running through the snow. She
was like
it was a
Rocky
tough-
training
it was
for
a tough camp.
Drago.
Yeah,
Huh?
exactly. Yeah.
But no, she looks. I mean, she's like taller and rangier than Clarissa Shields.
She's
gonna need to
serious,
use that.
too.
Yeah.
That's why
But
I think
her
it's-
body looks really
How you
strong.
been?
Is that
You got big, right?
you feel old, man?
You got big.
I like going.
Hey, so
wait,
when is
that's
Vladimir
not-
going
6
to
months, you
announce
grew about,
his
looks like 4 years.
comeback?
Vladimir has not announced anything. In fact, he keeps saying he's not coming back.
He's gonna be free
And
in
just to
September,
clarify, there were
man.
some articles that came out. I did an interview on Jerry Cooney and Randy Gordon's show, and I said specifically, Vladimir has to be content with everything that he's accomplished. And somehow, some writer figured out a way to say that he's not content with everything he's accomplished.
People
which
hear what
changed
they
the
wanna
whole-
hear, yeah.
Changes the whole meaning. And,
Yeah.
putting word or changing words that I said. And anyway, I made
But
it
it's
very
gotta be
clear that
tempting,
if Vladimir comes back, it's 100% his decision. Naturally, I would support him, regardless if he comes back or not. But I'd love to see him back in the ring as a fan, just because of the events that we used to do with him, sold out soccer stadiums, and
big
it's just
deal.
a huge.
And I
huge,
think
huge event.
American fans appreciate him more
And
now
frankly,
than
I
they
think-
did during the peak of his title reign.
I agree, and
Yeah.
people want to see him back, especially the way he fought against Anthony Joshua.
There you
He
go.
got more fans in that loss than in a lot of the wins.
That's
And
how it works
We just saw
sometimes.
Pulev fight, and that was,
Yeah.
I think we were talking about, that was
Yeah.
probably his best
I
performance.
thought that was his best performance as a
Pulev
heavyweight
was very
champion.
dangerous, big puncher, and Vladimir boxed like
Only one loss
incredible.
to the best. Only one loss.
Yeah.
Vlad in his prime beat Pulev. It's the only loss Pulev has. So, Tom,
There
I'll
you go.
switch it around so you can get on camera here. Tell us
That's
about
right.
fight week a little bit.
If the camera cuts out, it's because the battery
The battery's low.
How much is on there?
I don't know.
It's
Couple
literally,
minutes.
it's probably down to 6% now.
Yeah,
so,
it goes fast when you're working
that Periscope drains.
So the Ring Magazine belt is going to be on the line. Tell us a little
Magazine's
about
on the belt. Doug brought it. Luckily, it's still here. So Fight Week is going to be
Fight Week
is gonna
schedule.
be there's a media event in New York
Okay.
for both Hammer and Shields.
Okay.
Then that's on Wednesday. Then
Title makes it.
Thursday, Atlantic City is going to be a press conference. Then naturally Friday is going to be the weigh-in. I think a lot of people are looking forward to that weigh-in because, like you said, Doug, it's a great style matchup.
Yeah.
Christina Hammer's a taller, rangier fighter.
Yeah.
Clarissa Shields, a classic American boxing style. Great left hook. The jab, the right hand. The whole thing. So I think it'll be a very interesting matchup with Hammer's jab and her right hand.
Yeah.
And boxing ability versus Shields pressing the action, coming forward and trying to.
Big Up 360 Promotions. When is Triple G apparel available in India?
In India, oh, that's a good question.
India.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's
but
a-
we have to tell everyone,
Triple G. Oh, go ahead.
Tom jumped rope this week.
Record
Five-
breaking.
He broke his record, 5 minutes and 18 seconds straight.
I did break the record. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is the international.
Every time we're about to get some good news, they interrupt with some more other shit.
One question though. How should you forget to plug in your phone?
Yeah, that was a mistake last night. But speaking about Triple G merchandise, Triple G holds the merchandise record at Madison Square Garden.
Yep.
He set it for the David Lemieux fight. He broke it for the Denny Jacobs fight. He holds the merchandise record at the Forum for all boxing merchandise. He holds the merchandise record at StubHub Center, former StubHub Center. So his merchandise is internationally on demand.
what does Steve Kim
Once he
call
makes
the,
his official announcement with the opponent and the location and the date, then
That's what everyone's asking here.
it's going to be coming soon.
Coming soon, guys. Coming soon.
Yeah.
So, Doug, do we get to peek at the belt, or it has to stay within its?
We can peek at it.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to keep my eye on
You
now.
keep it. I'll
Yeah. That's how I. Oh, look at it. He's doing it. Come on.
Oh, is this the official?
What now? He's going
Doug, is this the official?
Well, this is the belt without. There's no name.
There goes
You got him? Okay.
JP, you better set a world's record here, JP.
You went already. He always.
Look at him go.
Hey, JP.
I'm talking about JP. I'm not talking. Oh, there. Yeah. You gotta. Yeah, because I think Leo's running into a garage. So,
yeah.
You definitely came back. Yeah, you got him.
So for all those.
They letting kids run off?
There, Doug, you should be doing this.
Well, yeah. So shouts out to Title Boxing. They make this belt. It's shiny. It's beautiful. It's got a glow. It's got an aura. And shout out also to Showtime, because when they had Kieran Mulvaney sit down with both Shields and Hammer, they had this belt front and center.
Yeah. Well, that's the belt. That's the vacant. This is the
Yes.
only vacant belt.
See, it just says
that
Ring
fight.
Magazine World Championship on it, but the winner of the fight, whoever wins the fight, it's going to have their name on it, and it'll say Women's Middleweight Championship.
Yep.
And that'll be a first.
So this is for all the titles plus the
Yeah.
first time for a Ring Magazine.
Ring Magazine will
Championship.
recognize the winner of this
for
fight
women's,
as the true
for
champion.
women's championship.
That's
Cecilia
right.
Breckhus has the pound for pound.
Yes,
Ring
pound for
Magazine
pound.
belt. And
Till
this
somebody
will be
beats
the
her.
first time.
Till
And-
somebody
and-
beats
and
the
JP
first lady
is
of
back.
that.
JP's back in
That
action.
is beautiful. Look at that. The ring
What do you
belt.
think, man?
Look, Leo.
Look at JP's recovery.
Yeah.
That's going to go
Yeah.
to
That's very
Christina
good
Hammer
recovery.
or Clarissa Shields.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is JP. This is the only.
Watch that kid.
belt
That kid's going to
online
eat that boogie.
That's vacant. Every other belt, it'll be a undisputed championship.
Watch him. He's digging real
Very
good.
rare. Very rare.
Eat it.
By the way, folks, this black guy's not from sparring. This is from my son.
Ah, man.
Black guy's from my son. That's awesome, Doug. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm really proud to be able to recognize a female boxing match as a ring championship.
It's getting with Showtime supporting it. HBO had Cecilia Breckhus on twice last year. Clarissa Shields has been on DAZN, on Showtime, and on HBO. Now
Yeah.
she's headlining Showtime with Christina Hammer, and we definitely want to put a shout out to Steven Espinoza for that and recognizing the great matchup.
I think Showtime's been ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I was
when
gonna
it
say, we
comes
gotta
to
give 'em
women's
credit.
boxing, like going back to like
Yep.
Layla Ali.
Got to give them credit for the promotion of this event. Two great episodes of All Access. They've put it all behind.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, the All Access is really good.
And
I
just
think
so
the
we-
All Access is also part of the buzz.
That was two all access, and they did that like you said that face off with Kieran.
Yeah. So
Kieran
that's the kind of
Mulvaney.
stuff that you normally just see with pay-per-view fights, and we're seeing it with Showtime Championship.
So before the
boxing.
battery runs out, the next Hollywood Fight Nights is May 19th. It's a Sunday at the
And
at
who's
the Avalon.
headlining? Who's headlining?
We got. It looks like Sergey Boachuk is going to be back. Yeah.
And you were telling me Chuck might be fighting it this month as well.
April 19th on Thompson Boxing Show. So
I'll
we're
be-
going to
I'll
keep
be
him
doing that
busy.
call.
Ali Akhmedov is going to be on the Triple G show.
That's in June.
That's in June. He's with Triple G Promotions. Then Alim Becic is going to be on. We had him out.
I was repping him yesterday. I had his T-shirt on.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Very nice. So the editor of Ring Magazine. Nice. And JP, everyone always wants to know for the upcoming fights, what's your pick?
Yeah, so you guys talked about Loma's a big favorite Friday night. So the question is, can Crawler go rounds? We'll see. Loma hasn't carried the power the last few fights, but he's in with really tough guys. Pedraza didn't want to go away. So.
Anything interesting on the undercard of that show?
Yeah, there's a couple of prospects. Arnold Barbosa is going to fight Mike Alvarado.
Okay.
Kind of a crossroads fight.
Crossroads, yeah.
And then Vesputin, right? Another top-ranked prospect.
That guy's a monster.
Yeah.
I've seen. Yeah, he's one of Egis Klimas's guy.
He's one of the biggest
welterweight.
guys. Another guy to keep an eye on that I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but an Olympian, Janabek, is
Janabek,
going to be
okay.
brought back on this
I
card.
heard of him.
So they're all on that show?
They're supposed to be all on that show. Yeah, on Friday night.
Sounds
so
like
that'd
most
be
of them are from Aegis.
Yeah. They
Training
train
camp up
in
here
train in
Oxnard.
Oxnard. Yeah, Vesputin I've seen him work out and spar. In fact, I saw him spar with Vasily.
He can fight.
Oh yeah, he can really.
And
Well, if
able-
you look at his record, the way they're matching him, They believe in him.
That's sparring.
Because they put him in there with Alan Sanchez,
Right.
Who's a nightmare because he's like 6'4" and he's rangy and he's stick and move specialist.
Yeah.
And Vesputin, he stopped him late. So
Someone asking
I
about
believe in
Gassiev, Murat Gassiev,
Yeah,
who's
people
very
ask about
close with Triple G and trains with Abel Sanchez and Triple G up in Big Bear. It looks like he's going to be making his comeback after that, the loss in the WBSS.
people ask me about Gassiev all the time.
Yeah.
They ask two things:
Murat
when's he
can
coming
fight.
back, and when's he going to heavyweight?
Yeah, that guy can fight. And Usyk is moving to heavyweight, so that was just
can't
announced
wait.
against Takam.
Carlos
That's a
Takam.
good matchup, right?
Yeah, that's a great matchup. Yeah,
Takam is not an easy fight. That was
No.
remember he had a draw with Mike Perez.
very, very tricky fighter.
He gives everyone hell.
Yeah.
He was tough with Anthony Joshua.
Parker
Someone
as well,
asked
right?
if Garcia signed with Eddie
He's tough
Hearn.
with everybody. Oh yeah, he was Parker's first gut check.
Garcia is with K2 Promotions, Ukraine, and signed a 3-fight deal with Eddie for his next 3 fights to
Gassiev,
be
okay,
promoted
great.
by,
I don't know
So
if
we will.
co-promoted by
Does that
Metro.
mean we'll be seeing Gassiev on
on
DAZN?
DAZN. That's what it means, yeah.
Well, good.
Yep.
Good. Well, DAZN's not playing around, huh?
And Abel has the Italian.
You heard that?
heavyweight,
DAZN has Murat
that's,
Gassiev.
Forget his name.
up and coming. He's going to be on the Lomachenko
Is he promoted
show.
by Top Rank? The
He's
Italian?
promoted by Top
I think
Rank.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And
Abel's a
what
busy
else we
man.
got? Will Triple G move to 168 next? You know, we've always said if there's an interesting fight at 168 that's marketable, that he would move to 168. Right now, there's no pressure for that because Canelo actually has titles at 168.
Yeah, that's what he
and
said.
168.
I think over the
He signed a
next 4 or
3-fight
5
deal
rounds,
with
you're going to see Canelo and Triple G
Eddie Hearn.
up and down from 160 to 168 just to fight, opponents that fans are interested in.
And Ramirez went up to 175.
Yeah, so
And
Ramirez
he
is
moved,
out.
yeah,
have to fight.
that was one of the fights we were looking at
Yeah.
potentially 168.
I think that was a good move for Ramirez because Ramirez just didn't look good to me at 168. And you look at him,
Callum
he's so
Smith is at
tall.
168. You know what?
Yeah.
That would be an interesting fight.
Ooh, boy, Smith's a
Callum
beast
Smith
for
could be an
anybody.
interesting fight.
I say Callum Smith beats Zerto at 168. So maybe it's good that
I would
Zerto's
lean-
going to
I would lean
160
towards that, too.
175.
Yeah, I would lean
But
Smith.
Smith is out there
Oh, and
for
then there's
either
another
Triple
one.
G or Canelo. And Lemieux is going to be fighting on the Canelo Jacobs undercard, and he's finally given up
He
on
can't make
middleweight.
168
Yeah, he's
anymore.
fighting at 168, fighting John Ryder from the UK.
Danny Jacobs, remember I gave that prediction. I think it was even on this show here that
The 30-day weigh-in.
no, that
he'd be like
that,
a light heavyweight.
Canelo wouldn't be fighting Danny in May, and I think Danny is lucky that Lemieux couldn't make 160 pounds
Yeah, right.
anymore.
You know what? Yeah.
And he was off that show. He couldn't fight. He was off
But
that show.
if Lemieux beats John Ryder, he'll have the WBA's interim title.
Okay.
So that'll make him sort of
Also-
like mandatory for Canelo Alvarez's regular belt.
Also, Eubank is at 168, and there's a history there between Triple G and Eubank because
That's a good fight.
that was a fight we were
Yeah.
talking about with Eddie Hearn for Triple G to go to the UK
and I
to
think
fight
Chris,
Eubank
I think
over there.
Eubank Jr.
Jr.
I think he looked good against James DeGale. I thought he looked pretty decent in that
There's
fight.
a lot of fans that want Triple G to come to Texas. You know what? We took Triple G on a tour in Texas. We went
Yeah.
to Dallas. We went to San Antonio.
Antonio.
And it was a huge response. So Texas is definitely on the. We would love to bring Triple G to
Jaime
Texas.
Munguia can't make 154 much longer.
Jaime
I
Munguia-
definitely by the end of the year, Munguia is
that's a-
going to be at
That's a
middleweight.
trivia
and that's a
question.
guy.
Oh, Munguia's fighting.
Dennis Hogan this
who's he
week,
fighting?
mandatory.
Dennis Hogan. What are the
Mexico.
odds on that fight?
40 to 1.
Oh, really? 40?
Dennis Hogan.
Who do you like in the
Leo!
Canelo?
Leo!
I like Canelo. I think it's a tough fight though, but I like.
I was going to
Canelo.
ask you the odds on that fight.
Canelo's
Canelo-
about a 3 to 1 favorite. I
3 to
think.
1 favorite over Danny Jacobs.
Yeah, probably going to go up too with Canelo's name.
You think that's a close fight?
I have to think about it more. When's the fight? Is it Cinco de Mayo?
Less than a
Yeah,
month.
no,
May
the
4th.
4th of May.
Yeah. Thing about Canelo and the way he looks now, he can knock anybody out. He's so
And
good.
what about Danny Jacobs? He looks scrappy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I thought Devonchenko might have pulled that
Danny
out. in the
Jacobs
last few
hasn't
rounds.
looked the same since he fought Triple G.
I was going to do it. His reflexes,
What's your
JP's reflexes are good. 'cause
Doug,
he's-
what's your we were just talking about Canelo.
I don't
and,
think Canelo
Danny
should be
Jacobs.
a 3 to 1 favorite. I understand why he is, because I mean he's he's like the biggest attraction, at least in North American boxing, and he's
Dave
looked really
thinks he
sharp.
should be a 10-to-1 favorite.
10, 30 to 1, 50
That's the
to
head
1.
of Ring Magazine.
I disagree. I don't think Jacob
Right there.
against Derevyanchenko. I think Derevyanchenko's a tough cat.
X-Men shirt on.
Is a tough
I mean,
fight.
I think to get through 12 rounds.
Derevyanchenko is
with-
supposed to be fighting